The Star Citizen has really come a long way. And this year we got quite a lot of ship releases. So let's go over them. First release, I believe, was the RSI Scorpius Antares. It's the second variant of the Scorpius series, and its twist is that it doesn't have a turret, but instead comes with an EMP. Now, sadly, that EMP is controlled by the co-pilot. And yes, the co-pilot has just one thing to do, that is to press the button. Okay, fine. The co-pilot can control the jammer as well, but most would prefer if the EMP and the quantum jammer were at the hands of the pilot, as they are not such direct damage weapons. It is definitely an interesting release, but it could be a wee bit better. So the next ship or ships that were released were the Misk Fury and the Misk Fury MX. These are our new snobs and they're freaking incredible. The Fury being really maneuverable, flexible and small for a snob. It's basically a flying seat with weapons. The Fury MX variant is pretty much a rocket platform. It's just a small ship, which has 20 rockets attached to it. 12 of them size 2s and 8 of them size 1s. So that is actually quite a bit of firepower. And if you do manage to land all of the rockets, you should do roughly over 37,600 damage. That should be well enough to bring down a ship like Drake Cutlass Black. From the working man's point of view, we got the salvaging, and with that came the Vulture. It's a unique single-person salvaging ship. That pretty much sums it up. It's not really combat oriented, it does come with 2 size 2 laser weapons I believe, and you can actually use it with a friend who will liberate your cargo and deliver it while you can continue salvaging if you truly indeed wish to do so. Sometime next came the RSI Lynx, which is kinda like the Ursa Rover. Both of them are ground vehicles. Lynx is just a bit more luxurious, fancier, has windows, and it does have weapons, but its main orientation isn't combat. Now, I'm not sure I have all the vehicles in order, but there is also the Fury LX. This is the Misk Fury racing variant. It's a bit more maneuverable, faster, agile, and of course has preferences in the racing and thus does not come equipped with any of the weapons. I believe that was around in September, and with that also came the Hull C, our first dedicated peak time hauler. It's meant to fly between stations and deliver stupid amounts of cargo. Unlike the usual traders, this one tries to stay out in the space, delivering from orbiting station to orbiting station, while the trading ships usually go planetside and deliver to the cities directly. I believe the next ship we received was the F8C, well, F8C Lightning to be precise, and this is a very unique heavy fighter, being extremely fast, while having 8 size 2 and 3 weapons. It can feel like you're firing thousands of small needles, and for a single person heavy fighter, it can boast a pretty hefty DPS. Around the same time, we also got the Spirit A1. The ship itself is medium sized, but I'm pretty sure there won't be any smaller dedicated bombing ships, carrying 10 bombs and each of them being powerful enough to knock out a medium sized ship. It actually doesn't take much to destroy big ships with several bombs. You could destroy Hercules C2 with perhaps even 2 direct bomb hits. Then there was the Cutter Scout. It's a specific role for a Drake Cutter, a starter ship of sorts but with a scouting twist. At the moment, scouting doesn't really offer anything special, so we will have to wait and see. The next notable newcomer, I believe, was the Katak Cylon. It's a dedicated alien starter ship with a unique look that perhaps from the right angle can kinda look like a sentry or perhaps a falling star, offering all the comforts a new player or a player in general may want. A pretty decent addition, but perhaps a bit overpriced. Then we received the Tumbrel Storm and the Tumbrel Storm AA. Both of these are ground vehicles. Storm being a light tank and instead of a cannon having a laser repeater, while the Storm AA being a rocket platform offering to fire 8 rockets at a time. Both of them do feel like they're a tank suit. You step in and you step into a suit of armor where a single person controls the whole of the tank, while the main battle tank Nova offers multi-crew options. Alongside with the Storms, we also received the Spirit C1, which is the Spirit Series cargo variant. A pretty luxurious, little, flexible, medium-sized cargo ship. It's one of the long-awaited ships by many players, and it can fill the roles of Drake Cutlass Black and Misk Freelancer, perhaps even a bit better to an extent. Next, we do have the Argo SRV, which is the repo ship. It has no weapons and is dedicated to carry other ships behind him with a huge tractor beam. It is a utility ship and does not have a dedicated combat role. Then we have the newest alien medium fighter, the Shantok, a pretty maneuverable and interesting ship, having a very unique set of weapons and a size 2 shield, which other medium fighters do not have. Still, quite interesting piece of work, which is gonna need some polish. Then we got a set of 3 hover bikes. The Origin X1, the X1 Force, and X1 Velocity. X1 being for exploration and slight combat support, Force being for combat having a shield, and Velocity being purely for racing without any weapons. And for the last ship, we have the Drake Cutter Rambler. This is more of an exploration variant, less cargo space, bigger accommodations, offering same speed, health, and most other aspects. Just visual differences and, well, meant for a bit senior Star Citizen player, I guess. Now, these last 5 ships I listed are the newest and they are all gonna get balanced. I'm guessing the Rambler's gonna get more fuel, perhaps more durability. The Shantok will probably have a more specialized look taken at the ship, as it feels pretty average. And as for the X1s, they probably will fall into their socket as well. I'm not sure which was my favorite, but yeah, these were all the releases in the year 2023, at least the ones that I could recount. There were truly a lot of releases this year, and if I indeed missed something, please feel free to list it in the comments, as my mind was pretty much melting when I was done with this. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.